Greetings, travelers. I think this thing's working now. Welcome. Welcome again to the Bible Study Devotional BMX Flatland Learning Stream, where we are riding in the tight and a bit narrow quarters of a 15 by 15 square foot area, where you can learn these things. You can learn flatland BMX anyway, in many areas. And what's really strange about flatland, I've said this many of times, but I think this is one of the biggest strengths about flatland is that, you can learn this stuff in many areas. I mean, I've seen people even ride it in a littler area. I saw someone do like a 12-point combo in like a little square like that. And the weird thing is I really wish at the time I used to get like some comments and messages and stuff from people, and they're like, oh, I want to get into BMX, right? But I don't have a skate park, I don't have street spots, or I live really far away from a skate park, or I live out in the country or something like that. Well, this is where flatland BMX I think starts shining, is because you can learn this stuff, in many of places. Ideally, though, you want to find a level surface. That is one reason why I actually ride in the garage so much, because it is a lot more level than actually outside. I was riding outside out front, but most streets, if you look at it, they're actually they're kind of like pyramid shaped because of the water runoff. And if you find a level surface, it makes a little bit more. There's a bit more of a consistent variable to learn things. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get into the Bible study. We're going to get into a Bible study devotional, and we are going to look into a word on meekness. Now, I know like meekness is like related to humbleness, right? But I'm actually not, haven't really done a study on it, right? Because I think meekness is like, to me, like before we look it up and stuff, I think it's always interesting, right? I always find it interesting hearing people's their mindsets and their thoughts of what they have before, say they look it up or they write something down or something like that. And it's very interesting. Sometimes I wonder what other believers and stuff, or even just pastors in some sense, right? Like if you were to ask them like maybe questions, or like bring up a scripture, or bring up bring up a word to them and be like, hey, what is your thoughts or definition on what we're bringing up, right? Is it, and it'd be very interesting, like just right on the spot, like what do they think about that, right? Because, we're not all like, hopefully, that'd be crazy if we were all just like in encyclopedia books, like could never be wrong, where you're just like, right? But it would be very interesting, right? It'd be actually very interesting to see like just the differences of answers for certain things, especially within scripture, right? That's the other thing, man. Like we take in one of these, it would be so interesting to see, even if we put it in the same denomination, right? You bring up some of these questions without them having to look or ask somebody or be like, oh, we're going to look this up and we're going to write it out beforehand or before I say it. It would be very interesting just to hear what is on their mind just first, right off the bat, right? Just like right off the bat. I always find that interesting, right? But in terms of what I think about meekness, I think it's like related to humility. I think it's like being gentle, maybe being kind, maybe, let's see here, being kind, that's what I think about meekness, right? I know meekness is actually mentioned many times in Scripture, and it's just so weird that it's mentioned so much in Scripture, yet when I think back on my own thoughts on it, I really don't really know what that much on it, right? And one of the reasons why I started thinking about, what is meekness, right? What really is that, right? Was that it's actually from one of these cards. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's actually one of these cards right up in here. I brought it out, right? But it's actually this card right here. Here, let me put the light on it. It sounds weird, but like it's strange. Like this is actually a card, and it has this verse on it, right? It's called Revelation, right? And it has this verse on it. What does it say? Let's see here. Many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. And at first, I was looking at this over again because I looked up this verse up, right? And it wasn't like in the scriptures. I was like, what in the world? What is this? And I actually typed it in wrong because I typed in Ecclesiastes, right? But if you look at this actually says, what does it say? It says Ecclesiasticus 3:19, right? And I briefly looked it up. I was like, wait a minute, what is that then? And so we're going to get into that too. Ecclesiastes, right? But first off, this says many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek, right? And just because it said revealed unto the meek, M-E-E-K, right? It just got me into this whole spew of like, that's really interesting, right? And made me look into a whole bunch of things on meekness. On one of these Bible studies at the end, towards the end of it, we looked up, all these verses about meekness, right? So we're actually going to go in before we get into it. We're going to get into what is Ecclesiasticus, right? Because I know it's not in all the Bibles, but I think it might be an apocryphal book because it's not in all the Bibles. Let's see here. ECC Ecclesiasticus. Okay, Ecclesiasticus. Let's see here. Let's actually read this. Let's read this Got Questions on Ecclesiasticus. And we're going to read that commentary right off the bat, just because I really don't know much about it, honestly. So we're going to read it, okay? And Got Questions has a commentary on it, okay? So we're reading this. There are several books which are included in some Bibles called the Apocryphal or Deuterocanonical books, but they don't appear in all Bibles. They often cause confusion. These extra books are generally referred to as extra canonical by Protestants because they were not included in early lists of accepted scriptures by the Church Fathers. They are also called deuterocanonical, second canon, or apocryphal, hidden books. See, that's weird that they put hidden books. Ecclesiasticus, also known as the Wisdom of Sirach, or just Sirach, is one of those books, though it was well known and widely read in New Testament times. It was not always viewed on par with the Old Testament books. Ecclesiasticus was apparently written by Jesus, grandson of Sirach, sometime between 190 and 170 BC. He is also referred to as Yeshua ben Sirach, or Ben Sira. He was a philosophical observer of life who lived in Jerusalem, as well and was well versed in the Hebrew scriptures and traditions. The original book was written in Hebrew, and a Greek translation was produced by the author's grandson about 132 BC. In the Greek edition's prologue, the writer identifies the accepted Hebrew canon as being composed of the law and the prophets, and others who followed after. By this threefold categorization, the writer indicates that the Old Testament canon was considered closed and his own book was not included. This view is supported by other ancient writings that list the Old Testament books and do not include any of the deuterocanonical or apocryphal books. The common title of the book comes from the fact that it was used in the ancient synagogue services, and it even had popular use in early church meetings. See, that's weird. It had popular use in early church meetings. That's very strange, huh? The book of Ecclesiasticus was included in the Septuagint, a Greek translation of the Old Testament written around 250 BC. And that is the strange thing, because there are some Bibles with that. I've seen Bibles with Ecclesiasticus in it. They call it Sirach, right? And it's weird because it's like, I'm like, that's strange. So I think there might be a bit of controversy between certain denominations and stuff with this stuff. So we're getting into it. I really don't know too much about it. I just started, just because of this, I was like, what in the world? Like, all this stuff. And, it goes pretty deep in here. So it's very interesting. And I haven't really done a Bible study on it. So that's what we're doing, a Bible study on. Okay. We were going to do Meek, but this one, we got into all this stuff. So let's just see it. Let's see it over, okay? Because I really don't know any of this stuff. As well as Codex Vandicus and Codex Sinaiticus, both from the 4th century AD, despite its inclusion in the Septuagint and its widespread use in the early centuries. It was not included in the Hebrew canon. No early church father included it in the canon until Augustine in AD 397. Epiphanius wrote in AD 385 that the canon city of the book was disputed among the Jews of his day, and the Council of Laodicea in AD 363 omitted the book in its list of accepted scriptures. Melito, the bishop of Sardis, in AD 170, made a point of omitting the disputed books from the canon, and Eusebius and Sarah, man, these are some crazy names, Sararia gave his recommendation to Melito's writing. The Catholic Church gave its official support to the Deuterocanonical books with the decision of the Council of Trent in 1546, thus solidifying the Catholic canon as distinct from the previously accepted canon of Scripture. Most Protestants still hold the ancient canon and reject the Deuterocanonical books. The contents of Ecclesiasticus are much like the other Hebrew wisdom books. Advice on a wide variety of topics is in no particular order, and poems exalting wisdom and the Lord as the source of wisdom comprise most of the book. One area of the Ecclesiasticus refers from Scripture is in its treatment of retribution for sin. It is possible that Ben Sira identified with the Sadducees, who did not believe in life after death. The Hebrew version denies any retribution in the afterlife, teaching instead that God will punish those sins in his lifetime. Daniel 12:2 states clearly that some will awake to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Psalms 9:17 also says that the wicked will be sent to hell, and Jesus rebuked the Sadducees. Matthew 22:29-32 for their ignorance in defying life after death. For the most part, the remainder of the book can serve as valuable commentary and an instructional guide, since it finds its foundation in the Scriptures. Much of the book reflects on the teachings of earlier biblical books. See, that's strange. So that's so strange that it's almost like, I wonder if it's just like some sort of strange commentary, right? Right? It's so weird, right? Because I have seen Bibles with it in there, so it's like that's what's odd, right? And it holds a traditional conservative Jewish theology. God is depicted as unchanging, all-knowing, and merciful. Even though sin is a result of man's choice, there is hope even for sinners, because they can turn away from sin and repent. The essence of the book is that wisdom identified with the law is bestowed only on the one who fears the Lord. That was a very interesting commentary on this, because I think it is pretty controversial, though, especially because I think most people do not have it in there, right? And that's the thing, is I feel like I'm not probably going to get too into it, because I don't want to cause any sort of divisions, right? I don't want to stir any sort of but I think it is interesting, right? In some sense, I would like to take it just like what, what this one says. It was like a, maybe even just like a commentary on previous books of the Bible, right? It's very interesting. See, because it says much of the book reflects on the teachings of earlier biblical books, right? Well, anyway, I guess that's an interesting thing I never even knew about today, right? Ecclesiasticus, right? Very interesting. But there is something that is weird, and I guess I don't know if I should even be taking it from that. I mean, I'm probably gonna even take this card out right here. But what's weird is that it says many are. So this is an Ecclesiasticus. I do want to I do want to say that, right? And it does say many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek, right? And it is strange that it's versed out. It's written in verses. I think that is strange. It's like I wonder if it's just like a commentary written in verses, right? Maybe it might be that in some degree, right? That is interesting. Very intriguing. Let's see. I'm actually curious of why. Here, let's look at this is on Wikipedia, by the way. This says biblical apocrypha. What is the biblical apocrypha? Okay, so let's see. The biblical apocrypha from ancient Greek means hidden, denotes the collection of apocryphal ancient books thought to have been written in sometime between 200 BC and AD 400. The Roman Catholic, Eastern Orthodox, and Oriental Orthodox churches include some or all the same texts within the body of their versions of the Old Testament, terming them deuterocanonical books. Traditional 80-book Protestant Bibles include 14 books in an intertestamental section between the Old Testament and the New Testament called the Apocrypha, deeming these useful instructions, but non-canonical. Okay, so that's strange. So now I've never heard that. See, and it's weird because I do go through to multiple denominations, right? And I know I have friends in many, many different denominations, right? But what's weird is I've never heard a pastor say, I've never heard a pastor say that the Apocrypha was useful instruction, but non-canonical, right? And it's so strange. I've never heard. It's so weird. So I kind of like tripped out about it. I'm still on the fence. I really don't know, but it's weird because I do have. Have seen Bibles and stuff with it in there, right? To this date, the Apocrypha are included in the lectionaries of Anglican and Lutheran churches. Anabaptist and Luther Bible, which contains the Apocrypha as intertestamental books. Amish wedding ceremonies include the retelling of the marriage of Tobias and Sarah in the Apocrypha. Well, that's strange. The Amish use it? I never knew. That's something I didn't know, right? That's strange, right? Moreover, the common lectionary is used by most mainline Protestants, including Methodists and Moravians. Lists reading from the Apocrypha. That's strange. So Methodists and Moravians. So that's actually strange. So this is almost like transcending denominational boundaries at the moment, right? That's very, very interesting, right? But I do like how the Got Questions put it in. Maybe it's just like some sort of like commentary or something. It's weird because they say it's a hidden. Apocryphal means hidden. It's just so strange, right? It's very odd. Huh. Let's see here. I guess this one goes kind of deep in it. Very interesting. Anyway, I guess we could let's just I guess we'll just kind of keep that as in. I really don't know. We're just going to look into it, but it says meek. So let's just look into the word meek now, okay? Now that is from this verse of Ecclesiasticus, which we just read a whole bunch of stuff on that, and it's actually very intriguing to me now. But let's just look up what is meekness then, because that is one of the things that I actually didn't really know about, right? So let's look up what is meekness, right? So let's type in what is meekness biblically? Now, this is something that transcends, if you are on the fence of the Apocrypha or something. That's a very interesting word, by the way, Apocrypha. It just sounds like, to me, it almost sounds like apocalypse, right? Apocrypha. It sounds like, but I guess it just means hidden. Very interesting. I've never heard anybody use that word as in that, as it relates to that, as in hidden, right? Okay, let's see here. Okay, so this is what this site says right here for this. This is churchofjesuschrist.org. This is from Elder David Bendar of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles has said, meekness is strong, not weak, active, not passive, courageous, not timid, restrained, not excessive, modest, not self-aggrandizing, and gracious, not brash. Huh. Intriguing. Okay, let's see here. Let's go into this commentary. Hello. Sorry, I can't see your chat, by the way. I apologize. I don't have the chat open. Twitch changed their UI. I used to be able to read, because I have to go behind my phone to read the text right here. So I do apologize. I can't see your text, because normally I have my stream open on this phone, but I'm reading this right now. So I do apologize. I'm sorry. But we're going to read this commentary on what is meekness. And I know today's a little... I guess today's a little bit more controversial, right? Because we did go into... what was weird is that I saw this card, right? And it was weird because people were saying that this card has a Bible verse on it, right? And so I was like, wait a minute. I thought it was Ecclesiastes, but it's actually Ecclesiasticus. And then we looked into that, and I was like, wait a minute. What in the world? And it's weird because some of the KJV versions of the Bible have Ecclesiasticus in it. But then some people are saying that it's an apocryphal book, and some people don't think it's canon. Some people do think it's canon. And then one of the commentaries basically said that it was like almost kind of like, in my own mind, it was kind of almost like this commentary or something of older books of the Bible. But take that as what you will. Look it up for yourself. Look up the Apocrypha. It's something about, basically Apocrypha means hidden. So you can look at, or you can just re-listen to this stream. It's very interesting. Okay, let's see here. But we're going to read this because this brought up this. Many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. And we're going to get into meekness, right? And that's basically what started the stream off, is because I was like curious. I was like, well, what is meekness, right? So we're going to get into this one right here. And it says, got questions. What does blessed are the meek mean? In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus opens a series of statements known as the Beatitudes. The third Beatitude is, blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Matthew 5:5. Jesus' words echo Psalms 37:11, which says, the meek will inherit the land and enjoy peace and prosperity. What does it mean the meek are blessed? First, we must understand what it means to be blessed. The Greek word translated blessed in this verse can also be translated happy. Well, that's strange. I've never heard anybody say that. I'm going to be completely honest. I've never heard anybody say that blessed just means happy, right? Because I always thought like blessing was some sort of like kind of like almost willpower that you attain, or stuff like that, and maybe to get you to a next level or something. But let's continue. The idea is that a person will have joy if he or she is meek. The blessedness is from God's perspective, not our own. It is a spiritual prosperity, not necessarily an earthly happiness. Also, we must understand what meek means. The Greek word translated meek is praeris and refers to mildness, gentleness of spirit, or humility. Other forms of this Greek word are used elsewhere in the New Testament, including James 1:21 and James 3:13. Meekness is humility toward God and toward others. It is having the right or the power to do something, but refraining for the benefit of someone else. Paul urged meekness when he told us to live a life worthy of the calling we have received.
but be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Ephesians 4, 1 through 2. Meekness models the humility of Jesus Christ, as Philippians 2, 6 through 8 says. Jesus, being in very nature God, did not consider equality with God something to be used to his own advantage. Rather, he made himself nothing by taking the very nature of a servant, being made in human likeness, and being found in the appearance as a man. He humbled himself by becoming obedient to death, even death on the cross. Being in the very nature God, Jesus had the right to do whatever he wanted. But for our sake, he submitted to death on a cross. That is the ultimate in meekness. Meekness is also demonstrated by godly leaders in the Old Testament. Numbers 12:3 says that Moses was very meek, more than all the people who were on the face of the earth. That's a very interesting one, right? Because Moses was a very, very prominent figure, right? That's actually very strange to think about that, right? Moses was very meek, more than all the people who were on the face of the earth. Man, that's very strange, huh? I feel like we could get way deeper into that one, huh? Okay, let's see here. Believers are called to share the gospel message in gentleness and meekness. 1 Peter 3:15 instructs, always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have, but do this with gentleness and respect. See, that's something I feel like more, myself included, because if I'm having to say this, but sometimes these street preachers, if you hear them, they're very harsh, right? They're very like they're holding up the signs and stuff. And sometimes they are somewhat pretty harsh, right? And it says, always be prepared to give, and this is Peter 3:15. It says, always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. But do this with gentleness and respect. Right, and that almost, now this is the first combo of the day that I've even really, and that almost goes into Proverbs, right? Because Proverbs says a gentle tongue, right? We brought it up yesterday, actually. Well, actually, I brought it up many times. Let's see here. Where is it? Let us see here. Okay, yeah. A gentle tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness in it breaks the spirit, right? Perverseness, a gentle tongue, right? And I guess let's just look up that, because it's like saying that again, right? We are to give gentle answers, right? And that's actually very interesting. And it goes into right here. It goes into this one right here. There is one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing, right? And that's very, very interesting. And I know it's so weird. I've read these Proverbs. That's Proverbs 12:18, right? And I've read these Proverbs so many times at the moment, and it's just it's weird because it's like it still hits me so much because it's almost like I almost forget them, right? In so many degrees, I forget, and it's bad because there's so many things I read and it just goes in one ear and out the other, right? And maybe this is why maybe this is why God is continually just showing me these ones for some reason. It's just because I really need to drill it in my head, right? Because at times I wonder how many people have forgotten this. How crazy would it be? How crazy would it be if I were to say some of these verses to some believers and they go, I don't even remember. Is that even in the Bible? That'd be so interesting, right? If I were to say, there is one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. How many, it'd be so weird if some believers were like, oh, I didn't even know that was in the Bible. It's just it's strange, right? So we are called to bring healing with our tongue. We're also called to be gentle with our tongue, which we can get into. We'll probably read some more commentaries on those ones. Okay, let's see here. But yeah, so we are to do this with gentleness and respect. The King James translates the word for gentleness here as meekness. Someone who knows Christ as personal Savior will be growing in meekness. It may be counterintuitive, but Jesus' promise stands: a meek person will be happy or blessed, living in humility and be willing to forgo one's rights for the benefit of someone else models the attitude of Jesus Christ. Meekness also helps us to more effectively share the gospel message with others. Striving for power and prestige is not the path to blessedness. Meekness is. Gentleness and respect. But also being bold, right? It's actually very interesting. It's almost like, because this one's saying meekness is strong, not weak, active, not passive, courageous, not timid, restrained, not excessive, modest, not self-aggrandizing, and gracious, not brash. Interesting. Let's read some other ones up on here. So we need to be, let's see here. Let's read some verses on meekness. Let's look up Bible verses, meek Bible verses. Meek Bible verses. What does it even mean that the meek will inherit the earth? That is a strange one too, huh? The meek shall inherit the earth, right? Matthew 5:5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Man, that's a very... What does that mean? They shall inherit the earth. Huh. Titus 3:2. To speak evil of no one, to avoid quarreling, to be gentle, and show perfect courtesy toward all people. Man, that is a very... Bro, I feel like that one needs to be said more. We need to be showing perfect courtesy toward all people. Psalms 37:11. But the meek shall inherit the land and delight themselves in abundant peace. Psalms 25:9. He leads the humble in what is right and teaches the humble his way. Man, that is so gnarly right there. He teaches the humble his way, right? That is very, very interesting right there. Now the man Moses was very meek, more than all people who were on the face of the earth. Man, that's so strange. Okay, James 3:13. Who is wise and understanding among you? By his good conduct, let him show his works in meekness of wisdom. Interesting. Intriguing. Seek the Lord, all you humble of the land, who do his just commands. Seek righteousness, seek humility. Perhaps you may be hidden on the day of the anger of the Lord. That's Zephaniah 2:3. Colossians 3:12. Put on then, as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and the last one, patience. And patience is what I've been really, dude, if there's anything that I've been having to really learn, especially with Flatland, man. Flatland has been teaching me, bro, how to just be patient. Because, like, man, it's just like, there's a level of just like patience. And then where does the level of patience and frustration happen, right? Like, if you, by the way, shout out to all you Flatland riders. If you see a Flatland rider, or just anybody that's good at their craft, really, honestly, they put a lot of patience into learning it, right? But something about Flatland, for some reason, some of these tricks, they take so long, bro. It's like a test of your patience. And really, it almost seems like a test of your patience, or it's just a test of your willpower. If you're gonna keep going or you're gonna give up, right? That's strange. 2 Corinthians 10:1. I, Paul, myself entreat you by the meekness and gentleness of Christ. I, who am humble when face to face with you, but bold towards you when I am away. Man, that's very strange right there, huh? Let me read that again. 2 Corinthians 10:1. I, Paul, myself entreat you by the meekness and gentleness of Christ. I, who am humble when face to face with you, but bold towards you when I am away. Man, that's so strange. But bold towards you when I am away. Huh. It's almost like he's gentle with... So is Paul saying right there that with the gentleness of Christ when he's face to face with people, that he's like, he's gentle, and he's gentle with his words. He has humility with his words. He has respectability with his words. But maybe when he's not talking, he wants to be bold, right? Because that goes into Proverbs 28:1, right? About being bold. The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. Wow, that's actually, dude, that's a combo right there. 2 Corinthians 10:1 and Proverbs 28:1. That's very strange. I who am humble when face to face with you, but bold towards you when I am away. Man, that's so strange. That is such a, and what does bold mean, right? Bold means like standing out. Like, so Paul is saying when he is face to face with people, he wants to be meek, right? He wants to be gentle. He wants to have a gentle, I guess, heart, right? Because of Christ, right? Because of the gentleness and meekness of Christ, right? And so there is a humbleness that that's something that, man, I have never really heard anybody really bring that up. That's such a strange one, right? So we have to be humble when face to face with people. And then it's strange that he says, but bold towards you when I am away. And it's so weird because if we did a Bible study on being bold, right? And basically being bold is like standing out, right? So like when you have the word text and you click on that thing, bold, right? It just goes and just like it gets to where you can like see it from really, really far away, right? Like it stands out, right? And it's very strange. So in some ways, I'm wondering if there's something deeper about that. Well, I mean, I guess it almost goes into Proverbs 28:1, right? The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. I love that verse. That was actually the very first verse that I've learned. Man, that's so strange. Man, I love that combo. That's a whole new combo right up in there that I've never like realized. I want to write something in. I don't have a little pencil up in here. I want to like write something and be like, huh. Oh, we have a pencil right here. There's a new combo we found. We found a new combo. We found a new string combo. I'm gonna put 2 core 10-1. I don't think I have any more lead in here. I'm going to put, so we're going to go Proverbs 28:1. Now I'm just putting it on the side right here, just so I can kind of know that there's a little combo, and I'm actually going to remember this. 2 core 10-1. 2 core 10-1. It's very interesting, right? Now, it makes me wonder, right? It makes me wonder about, well, then what about those people that are just shouting, right? Like the street preachers that are like shouting, like, you're going to you're burning, you're going to do all this stuff. It's like, are they really trying to be gentle, or are they, would you consider that being gentle, or is that not being gentle? But we are called to have a gentle tongue, right? The gentle tongue is the tree of life, right? Let's just look that up real quick. What is a gentle tongue? Because we're called to have a gentle tongue. What is a gentle tongue? Sorry, today's Bible study is really weird, but it is good. I just feel I'm a little. I'll be really honest. Like I feel a little tripped out that I got into like the Apocrypha books. I didn't actually know that I was gonna even get. I mean, I guess it's important because it is in some Bibles, right? So it's like. It's like, I don't know. So let's see. Let's see. What is a gentle tongue? Words. What is a gentle tongue? Oh, the KJV says soothing. Wait. What is a wholesome tongue as a tree of life? Okay, that's interesting. So in the KJV it says wholesome. In the ESV it says gentle tongue. Gentle words. Okay, so there's soothing words, gentle words. Soothing tongue, a wholesome tongue, so soothing, so it's a mixture of all these if we go back into the Greek, right? Very interesting. What does the Bible say about a gentle tongue? A soft anger turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. That right there, dude, that is such a big one, right? Dude, there's a combo right up in there. Proverbs 15:1, and then James, that goes into anger. Because James says what? The anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. Bro, there is a big combo today that like I feel like I don't know, it just feels like I don't know. Isn't it weird that I'm like seeing these combos, but it's like, but then I'll like observe, but I have to put it in my own. If I'm looking at someone, but sometimes it's just like some of these street preachers, man. It's just like, bro, it just kind of seems like it's just very harsh, right? Anyway, let's see here. For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. I think that's something that I need to do. I need to drill that in my mind right there. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger, right? So it's like, it's reminding me, are my words stirring up anger in others, right? And that's something that I think even, I mean, that's the weird thing is, can you say something very gently, but still cause someone to be very angry, right? And I think that's something that's very, and that almost brings in a level of like tactfulness, right? Like, how do you be tactful about how you're presenting something, right? It's very interesting, right? But I mean, James says in James 1:20 it says, "For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God," right? And that's the interesting one. Is this verse? I actually used to be really way more angry when I was younger. I think most of us are, right? But this verse right here changed me. For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. And I wish I could remember it every single time, right? But imagine if you were always angry, and that's the first thing you remember, bro. That one convicted me right there. For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God, right? Now there are different levels of being angry, right? There's like frustration anger, and then there's like wrathful anger. There's anger where you want to just beat people up, you want to get into fights. There's anger of like retaliation, of stuff like that, or just like someone wronged you and you want to get back at them. There's different levels of it, and there's even righteous anger. Some people even say that. Well, actually, I've heard that. I don't really. They bring up Jesus when he flipped the money tables over, but sometimes I feel like that was the Lord's way of doing it. But but I mean, right here it says, "For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God." If you just remember that, bro, like every time you get angry and you just boom that one verse, how many times are you gonna change your ways if you had that? If you really think every time you get angry and then the Lord just walks up, right, or something like that, right? Just be like, oh man, it's gnarly. So anyway, let's just try not to be angry. Let's try to heal people with our tongue, right? It's so weird, man. I did not think that today was going to get into all these combos. See, that's what's so weird about these Bible studies, right? It's like I get into something and it's just like it all like somehow like opens up into this whole new like combo string that I haven't thought of, right? And it's just like today it's just so now today if we go back, we went into this controversial stuff with the Apocrypha and stuff like that. But I mean the Ecclesiasticus says, "Many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek." Take that as what you will. It's in the Apocrypha, right? So it's I know I don't want to cause any sort of divisions or something like that. So if you don't want to believe it, just don't think about it that way. Just but you can look into what does it say about meek, right? And that's what we went into. We went into meek. What is meekness? We went into gentleness and humility, and then we went into Paul, and Paul was saying that when he's face to face with people, he's trying to be humble and has the gentleness of Christ. And then we went into that, and then we went into our words because it says gentleness of Christ and being humble and stuff like that. And it says a gentle tongue is a tree of life. And I think I think everybody wants to be closer to the tree of. I would rather be closer to the tree of life than the tree of the bad tree, right? Of the knowledge of good and evil. So if we're looking to be more towards the tree of life, we should be trying to have a gentle tongue, right? And then we can go deeper into that. Well, we did go deeper into that, and it says there are one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing, right? And that goes in the combo of James 1, because James, in the beginning of James 1, it says we should ask God for wisdom, and he gives generously to all. So if we are trying to seek after, we should be trying to seek after wisdom, right? Because that's what God wants of us, right? So if we can think that our words should be bringing healing, because it says the words of the wise bring healing, right? So our tongue is supposed to be bringing healing, right? And then there's that, it goes into that whole verse of like, the soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger, right? So it makes me wonder, and almost kind of convicts me thinking, are my words that I'm using right now, are they making other people angry, right? Because that is I think that's a bad thing to do. I think if our words are making other people angry to the point where they're doing, I mean, even just if they get angry, I think that's that might even be a sign that you might be causing division. Maybe you're causing dissension. Maybe that's the start of quarreling, which we're called not to be quarrelsome. And in James 1:20, it says, for the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God, right? So it's like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what other believers would think about that, but I think that kind of makes me have to look back on how I'm using my own words and stuff like that. Maybe for anybody that listens to this, it might be an interesting thing. And that's the other weird thing, and that's the other strange thing of what if other people were listening in, right? Because that's the kind of the strange thing now about like many churches and stuff like that, is sometimes you have to go into the building to, listen to pastors. Sometimes they don't record and stuff like that. So it'd be very interesting hearing like, what would people that don't even believe, if they were to peer in, what would they think about things, right? Like what would they, And I think if there's anything, I think it's very interesting just going back to the start of our Bible study, or more not in the full-on beginning, but the whole start of like how do people respond in their first iteration, right? Because I think that's a very important aspect. That first iteration of how we respond to things, right? Because there's times when we can't write it all out before, okay, so, it's like we can't write everything out before we say it, right? Sometimes we have to just like, you just got to improv it, bro. Like you just got to go with it, right? And I think that right there, that improv aspect of it all, and then just people's memory, and then I think that right there is very interesting, right? And sometimes it's very just interesting thinking about that, right? And sometimes I wonder, like, sometimes I just wonder, right? Sometimes I wonder what's in the minds of other believers, right? Before they look it up, before they write something down, like what do they truly think about? What is truly in their heart at that moment, right? At the moment, I think it's very interesting, right? Because I know for a fact, I don't remember this entire book, right? I don't remember this entire. I don't know every single. Otherwise, I'd be able to verbatim just say the entire scriptures word by word, right? I wish I could do that, but I can't. I just don't have the memory to, right? So, but ultimately, I think this is why we go into Psalms 1, where it says, where David goes into, he meditates on the law of the Lord day and night, right? And it's not just like we're going to do it one day, right? No, David was doing it day and night. Like he's doing it because he brings up the tree that doesn't wither. This, how the seasons go and the leaves fall off and stuff. David was saying, those that meditate on the laws of the Lord will be like trees that don't wither, right? So we need to be feasting on the word, just like how it's mentioned that this is the bread of life, right? This is the bread of life. And ultimately, what does Jesus say? You shall know the truth, and the truth shall what? The truth shall set you free. Like what verse is that? You shall know the truth. Let's see here. That is John 8:32. See, I don't even remember it was in John. I just remember that verse, right? Let's see here. It says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And I think that goes in so much deeper aspects of just psychology of your mind, of just how you go into situations. I mean, even just thinking about all the things that we just talked about anger, about all this stuff that causes quarrels and all this stuff. Imagine all the people in prison right now. Like literally all the things. There's been so many probably people that have died just because of their words that they used. Just because they just were like, and they used a bad string of words. They used a bad combo, and then it caused a quarrel. Then maybe it started a fight, and then someone brought out a gun or something, shot somebody in the head, or something. I mean, maybe not that. Well, yeah, that's probably happened, probably more than countless times at this point now, unfortunately. But that's the thing, is that if we start getting deeper into God's word, the Lord wants to free us from all these things that cause so much. I don't know, man. It's pretty simple, to be honest, but anyway, I guess that was Bible study today. Man, These Bible studies are gnarly. They're so gnarly. They're so awkward, but oh well, we're going for it. I mean, I learned a lot today. Yeah. I think, I don't know. That's the thing is I just feel like, I'm going to be honest, I just feel really sketched out doing that whole Apocrypha thing. I feel like I shouldn't have done it, but I can't edit it out. I'm sorry. We're going to keep going with it, all right? My bad. Like, you know, I do feel very kind of sketchy because I know, like, I don't want to cause divisions, right? I don't want to stir up any sort of divisions, so that's why I'm going to say, or I'm on the fence about it too, so I don't really know either. I'm not going to say it's in the scriptures because some people don't say it's in it, but then some people say it is. I don't know. So I don't. In 1 Corinthians 12, Paul says that we're not supposed to be divided. So if anything, if it's causing division, then my bad. I didn't mean it to. And if it isn't, then, you know, I guess we learned something new, okay? Okay, let's do a card draw now. That was a brutal Bible study. There's a lot of combos towards the end, but in the front of it was just commentary. But it's good. That's how we get our combos. We kind of have to learn it from others at times. Now we'll do a card draw. I don't want to do a Bible study on this one. John 8:32, and you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free. Combo. That's the weird thing is I've met a lot of flatlanders that are really. I wonder if there's a reason about that. Maybe they just like finding combos and stuff in the word too. Combo. It's like taking a line. it's like we're sessioning the word. Like, bro, what combo can you find today? You know. I like things with combos, by the way. I know I said it a lot these couple weeks, but if you cannot tell, I like combos. Combos. Okay, let's do a card draw. Let's just kind of set it down. I like doing the card draw at the end just because it's like, it kind of just like settles everything down. Because sometimes doing these Bible studies, like, dude, you're just thinking about so many things sometimes, man. It's just like so many like scriptures and stuff, right? Sometimes it's like I like doing this card draw thing because it's just like, okay, we're just gonna look at some cool artwork. We're not gonna say we're not gonna say much. We're just gonna look at some cool artwork, get inspired, you know, and you know, calm down a little bit. And then we're gonna get into the physical aspect of using our body. First card of the day, we have Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic. Second card, we have Mistraven. This one reminds me of Elijah. Where's our Raven talent? We do have a Raven Claw. This one reminds me of this. Our Raven Claw that we have. Maybe that should be the thumbnail. This is the Ravenclaw. We'll have to get into another Bible study on that, but I got that because of Elijah. Let's see here. Skywatcher Adept. I think we drew that yesterday. That card looks awesome. Now look at that card. Dude, that thing looks gnarly. Oh wow, I haven't drawn this card in a long time. Elspeth, Knight Errant. 4. Number 5. Guy's Blessing. Wow, that card is awesome. That artwork on it is amazing. This one.
Tireless missionaries. Intriguing.
Okay, last card of the day. Which will it be?
Oh, we got a humble plains. We got a humble plains to finish off one for the day. Man, the thing just looks so peaceful. Look at that. Man, that just looks like such a peaceful place to be in. Does that not look like a peaceful little orchard or something? It just looks like
it just looks so peaceful. That really, like, man, it's such a simple, like, card, but it just looks so cool. Okay, let's put this on our Instagram now. Okie dokie, let's see here. Do 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 do. Okay, let's do a card draw. Or not a card draw. Let's see this thing on our Insta. Welcome to the card draw of today. We have Stonefloor's Mystic, Mist Raven, Skywatcher Adept, Elspeth Knight Errant, Gaia's Blessing, Tireless Missionaries, and for the last card of the day, we have a Humble Plains, which Plains looks awesome, by the way. It just looks like something from like Lord of the Rings or something. Look at that area. It looks awesome. Who did this one? Fred Fields. Dude, that's so funny. Look at that guy's name. Fred Fields, bro. He has probably thought about fields for a long time. Let's just take a gander at the field that he drew or painted. He did amazing shadow shapes on this tree. Look at this tree. Amazing shadow shapes. Simple yet refined. Nicely done. Nicely done, Fred Fields. Shout outs to you in 2007. Farewell, everybody. Man, this thing's gnarly. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break and then and chug some coffee. We'll be back.
Let's do this. This is perspective. We might go and try and right outside again. You can go see the weather out there.
Something's going on. And it locks out my C drive, so I can't even boot up.
Sounds like it's doing the exact same thing
That your other computer did.
No, my other computer went into sleep mode.
Oh.
And it went into sleep mode and it wouldn't come out. And they did the same kind of stuff that we tried and couldn't get it to recover.
I was getting it. Burr, 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 burr. Let's go check the weather. I guess, yeah, let's go check the weather. Let's go practice some cliffhangers. I'm gonna actually practice the one wheel. Practice some of the one wheel right now. Cliffhangers. practice some cliffhangers outside. Where are you going? I haven't practiced them in a while. I guess I practiced them yesterday, but somebody say something. Today was the day. Oh, what up, bro? How you doing, bro? About to go right outside. You have a sesh, dude? I'm gonna go practice some cliffhangers. What are you doing, bro? I can still hear. I'm just gonna move all my stuff outside. Let's see. I need to actually open up the stream on this one. Baga booga, baga booga, baga booga. Okay, let's do this. All right, let me bring this thing out. This thing gonna break on me again. Okay. I'm gonna go practice some cliffhangers. Bane. This trick has been taking me so long. I've landed like 7 of them, but I can't hold them. They're gonna keep flipping over today. I think that's the goal. Okay, let's see here. Open up the stream on this side. Feeling at peace? Nice, dude. Peace is good. Peace is good. Bro, have you tried to learn cliffhangers? This trick is gnarly, bro. Watch, I'm gonna go get my bike. Riding time's always good. Yeah, I watched one of the how-tos and it said I'm too scared to learn it in a circle. Now the problem is like why I don't ride out here that much. I don't know, you can't really tell on this thing, but why I don't ride here that much is because if you actually see the street, it's actually like this, and actually messes up a lot of my tricks. I actually think it's even messing up my cliffhanger, to be honest. But oh, look at that, there's a rabbit right there. It's funny. But yeah, but I'm like too scared to try and learn the cliffhanger in a circle. There's that one dude, oh, I forgot his name. It's like Mike, some sort of Mike Flatland or something. He has a cliffhanger how-to. And he said it's hard to go in he said you should learn in a straight line, and so I can like get into it, I just can't hold it, which is really scary to land. Oh my goodness, that trick's scary. You just gotta flip over a lot. That's all it is. It's just so scary to hold it for some reason. I think that's why they call it the cliffhanger, but all depends on the style.
So with the cliffhanger, one thing they didn't say on the how-tos is I'm actually learning it like this, because like my bike's too big. I could probably do it on the 18-inch, but well, actually I might be able to do it that way, but it's just like it's so hard to get over the seat when my bars are big, right? And I saw some people that do the cliffhanger and they did it like this, right? But none of the how-tos, like the Vicky Gomez how-to, none of the cliffhanger how-tos say to do it this way. But I actually think it's easier to do it this way, because if you're like this, right, you can just get over the seat. It's just weird because you have to learn how to hang 5 opposite or bar small. Nope. I also made like a new mod. I saw Chris Bohm. Chris Bohm, if you see his bike, he has grip tape right here, like on both sides right there. And I was thinking, I wonder if like people that do like the hang 10 no-handers right here, I wonder if they like use grip tape right there. So I put some grip tape right there. No, I'm not wearing a cup. Luckily, I haven't really gotten hurt. I've only gotten like racked one time, and it was just because my seat's kind of like it's like I have my seat really, like, if you look at my bike, like I have the rail seat, right, and I have the rail seat all the way to the front, so it's kind of easier to like jump out. But if you're doing the cliffhanger and you're running that, you know how like most people have their seat like this, like that low. That's probably when you probably need a cut, because if you run your seat lower, like you get like stuck in there. But since like this has like a little bit more room, it's a little safer. Oh, I think it's safe. It's for sure safer to learn, because like you can like get out of it. You just gotta like freaking get into it. It's weird. Yeah, this trick's been taking me a long time to learn. Oh my goodness, bro, I can't even do it. like it just sucks because like you really have to commit to it. Like if you hesitate just a little bit, it doesn't work. Oh my goodness, I can't even get in the hang 5. Like you just gotta like just be totally confident, get in the hang 5 and just take your hands off. Habagabo, go bagaba, giba gababo. Well, one day we'll get it. Scary trick. It shouldn't be scary because you're not even that high off the ground or anything, but it's scary. There has to come a time when this trick just doesn't get scary, right? Where you just can you totally know the balance point of everything about it. But it just feels like every time I even let go of my hands, my mind just goes into panic mode. Cause like, you know, it's like, it just feels so awkward. Like
like this, because your instinct is to always like, you know, because you just feel like you're gonna flip over, right? It's almost like you have to like tone back your instinct of like flipping over, and you have to be confident with it. It's weird. Let's do this. Come on. This trick's brutal. I'm not doing it very good today. That's probably because you're watching, bro. I'm hesitating now. This trick I'm really bad at, but I have landed it though, so that's the thing. It's easier with a short wheelbase. You can learn them. You just gotta you gotta do, you know that like that double, you know that one wheel thing? I think that one wheel thing kind of helps me. I'd like to think it helps me anyway. Yeah, just this, the balance point is just such a, it's so hard to learn, man. You like fully have to like just flip over like thousands of times. Probably even more than thousands of times. You just gotta like, and I really don't know how long this trick took everybody to learn, right? But I know this trick for sure is like, good call. I think I should probably be careful on my shoelaces. I've landed them before. It's a weird thing. Well, I've landed like hot potato ones. Like my cliffhangers are like this. I just go like this. And I just somehow land it. But I need to learn the balance point. That's the hard part. Just gotta be confident with it. That was a little bit it. I feel like I start leaning over. I need to just like lean back and just let it just like, I'm scared to do that. Because every time I do it, it's like, I'll get into it and I just go like this. I need to like lean back and just like, I don't know that like lean back balance point. And that's kind of what's messing me up. Because I keep losing the balance. But it's a fun trick. This is another one of those tricks that got me into flatland. When I saw someone do it, I was like, what in the world, bro? It looked unreal. Like this and the stickbee were the tricks that got me into flatland. I was like, bro, I'm gonna learn flatland. Like when I first got into flatland, I was like, I am gonna learn the cliffhanger and the stickbee. I'm still stuck on the cliffhanger. irritated. The big one I have too is I hesitate because you gotta like kind of firmly put your, like when you have your foot, because you know how you have all your weight like this, you have to like balance your weight out when you put this foot on. And sometimes if like you hesitate, like if you hesitate putting your balance weight right up in here, it like throws you off. So it's like weird. And they didn't say that on the how-to, but that's what it feels like. Scared. I just gotta get over the scared feeling. I gotta commit more. Oh, that was almost it right there. But it's like a hot potato one, right? I just go, I'm not like holding it. But I guess that's the start of how you learn it. Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato. I guess another trick I was trying was the elbow glide. I almost landed an elbow glide yesterday. This trick's actually been really tricky to learn. I thought it was going to be easy, but look at that. I think the street messes me up because it's not fully flat. I like keep like trying to do a balance point on this like carve up, you know. It's doable. I've landed things on here before. It just makes it weirder. But what do I do? Ooh, that one's, I think I'm gonna land that one today. Oh my God, almost there right there. That was my closest one I've ever done. Oh my goodness, I got robbed. The elbow glide's weird because like when you lock into it, like it feels like when you do that lock-in right here, it like throws your like balance point off, and you have to like save it a little bit to like reestablish that balance point. Kind of feels like you have to do the whiplash really like gently, you know, like you have to do like a super slow whiplash, because if you do it too forcefully, like the more force you like get into this,
and you lock into it, it like throws your momentum off, right? So if you just do a really slow whiplash, it's kind of like it eases into it more, I think. Awesome set. Yeah, it's way easier in a straight line. I wonder what the angle looks like. The angle always looks sketchy out here. Why is it so pixelated? Super pixelated. Watch it. The reason why I'm learning the elbow glide is people say that it's the start for the hitchhiker, right? So I'm like, well, I might, if I can't even do this, then I want to eventually do hitchhikers, right? So I've seen some people actually, they don't even do, they'll do this into the elbow glide, and then they go straight into the hitchhiker like that. So that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of learning this trick, but I'm stuck on the elbow glide. Switch it up from elbow glide into cliffhanger. Dude, all this is so loose. Holy Toledo. Alright, cliffhanger right here. Scared. Fudge. I always tell myself I'm not scared, but I am. Landing's hard. It's weird. It's so weird, like going like up and then like having to like go back down and like grab the grips. It just feels like you just want to flip over. That's what it feels like for me anyway. Let's see here. It's always the trucks that are speeding. It's physics. A heavier vehicle takes longer to brake. Half hiker or double foot steam is also good for hitchhiker. What other tricks did I used to do out here? Oh yeah, I used to do the side glide. I haven't done a side glide in a long time. I have done a side glide rebate before. Those ones are gnarly. Where you're like this. I've only landed one though. It took a long time. It took like weeks to get that clip, but I have landed one. Let's do another cliffhanger. Lock into it. That's the other thing. I learned how to hang 5 like that. Someone told me to learn how to hang 5. This one wasn't on the how-to. I think it was somebody on Global Flat, or either read it somewhere on Global Flat, that they said to just learn how to hang 5 like that first. You know, that's actually the one thing that the how-tos don't say, right? If you watch every single cliffhanger how-to, they don't say to learn how to just hang 5. Like with your leg out like that, right? They just tell you get in the hang 5 and then just put your leg on over on the other side, and you're like, what the heck? There's a lot of things us how-tos don't say. It's really weird. I've been noticing that, like every flat how-to I watch, I'm like, bro, they leave out like so much stuff. Maybe they just forgotten about it because they've done it so long, but I feel like a lot of the how-tos, they leave out so much stuff about the mechanics of the trick. Oh, darn. Let's see, is that one close? Oh, that was almost it right there. The cliffhanger is a loud trick, because you're always just flipping over. What other ones would I try out here? I don't even remember. I guess we could do the elbow glide. Now let's do more cliffhangers. I almost landed that one. Fudge. I'm doing little baby hang 5, little no-handers, but darn it. It's scary to land. Well, it's just scary to take your hands off, but it's scary to land too. Oh, well. I will conquer this trick one day. One day we'll be able to do it in a circle. Okay, back to elbow glides. Gonna grab my brakes and go to a fire hydrant. Didn't grab my brakes. Baja, baja, baja. Baja, baja, baja. What have you been working on, bro? You still watching this? Dude, my streams are so awkward. I don't even care anymore. I use it as a learning tool. I feel like every single flatlander should just be streaming, honestly. I honestly think more people get into flatland. Cause like, I've been looking back at my old streams. Bro, there have been some streams where I put in like 40 hours and I didn't land one thing. I'm like, what the heck, bro? Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, how much time goes into flatland, right? And that's the other thing, is that I think a lot of riders, they don't understand like how difficult some of these tricks are, right? I think that's the biggest thing, right? Like when I go to the skate park and stuff, it just seems like, you know, I think just the kids, they're oblivious to flatland, right? Because it's not it's not really well known as much, right? And so they don't think that these tricks are as hard. Like, I even thought that way too for a lot of these tricks. I was like, dude, that trick looks easy. And then like I go and try it, and I'm like, what in the world, bro? This thing's like the hardest thing I've done. Get One Punch Woman to stream flatland. She rides, right? No, she doesn't ride. She's an Olympic athlete. she's a hepathon athlete. I wish she rode. She'd actually be a really gnarly rider. Yeah, she's a hepathon Olympic athlete. She started making it subscribed. I just can't even watch her streams, I don't think, if you're not subscribed or something like that. Hey, there's actually some more flatlanders streaming. There's this dude, I don't know if you've seen him, but there's this dude, Moya Flat, MOYA _flat. I don't really know who he is. I can't understand him because he speaks in Spanish, but he's like he's using Twitch as some sort of thing. Hello, Zork Player 1. Doing all right. Just trying to learn some of these tricks. Just trying to grind them out. I've been stuck on the elbow glide for a bit. These two tricks I've actually been stuck on for a long time. I almost landed an elbow glide earlier though. I thought the elbow glide looks like a really easy trick, but for some reason it's hard. I think it's because I'm doing it from I'm doing it from a whiplash. But then the reason why I'm doing it in the whiplash way is because I see a lot of people doing the hang 5, or I think they do it because of the turbine. I think that's why they do it. I just see people doing the whiplash to elbow glide. So I guess I'm kind of doing a double combo. I probably should have just learned the elbow glide by itself. Oh wait, no, that's why I learned it. It's because I would have to start switch. I would have to do this switch to get in the... Maybe I'm doing a switch elbow glide. Huh. I should have maybe learned it. I should have maybe learned it with this elbow. But I saw people do the hitchhiker and they go like this, so like... That's why I learned it that way. I think it's because you can turbine the hitchhiker and you can turbine the elbow glide this way. Whereas if you elbow glide this way, I don't think you can. I think it's hard. I don't know if you can turbine it. I don't know. See, this is stuff that they don't see on the how-tos, right? The how-tos don't even bring that up. Like, there's like turbine, which way you do it, like, there's all sorts of different things. Mm-hmm. You look at that crow, it's almost by me. That's funny. Find someone that knows? I guess I could ask somebody, huh? I don't really even know where anybody that really does elbow glides, to be honest. I just saw it because some other people were doing it. I don't even think anybody I know even does elbow glides, to be honest. That's the other thing. I don't know anyone personally. I only know maybe like 5 flatland. I only probably know like 7 flatland riders I've even met in real life and I even talked to. Or maybe not even talked to. I've only talked to like 3 or 4 flatland riders. So that's the weird thing. And none of them do the elbow glides. Bro, you gotta get that right whiplash. I think that's what it is. You just gotta get that right, like, steady whiplash, and you gotta catch it at the right time. Oh well. I guess we could try the dirt jump out. Let's try the dirt jump. By the way, I do have a dirt jump out here. I haven't really been riding it because I tore my ACL, so I probably shouldn't even be riding this thing, honestly, but I do want to get some clips on this thing. How did I get those one clips? Which I don't want my camera getting hit. Let's see here. I think I tried to fix it up yesterday. I don't know if it's rideable. Give it a shot. It might not be rideable. Oh wait, I think I can actually just ride this over on that other side. I forgot, I think I could just put it right here and have it to where you can see it and Shnikes, I might go inside for a little bit. I don't want to. I think it's sketchy. I need it to rain like one more time. I'll wait up. I think I need to go inside for a little bit. I want some random people on the stream.
Hooba gabba, hooba gabba, hooba gabba.
Okay, those people left. I can go back. Been on this whole time. Right, I need some water. Oh, where are we gonna ride? Actually, let's ride. Let's get some mountain shots or something. Man, there's all sorts of people out. Huh. I don't know if I should put them on the stream. try the elbow glide out here. Doing it on a downward slant. But it's worth it because of the shot. You need to just learn how to ride this like pyramid thing. I could scuff, but once you get into the gliding trick stuff, it really messes it up. Kinda. Let's see, how much room do I have? Okay, out to the 2 feet at that bush. Go to a little marker. Babu Bay, Babu Bay. Let's see. Dude, that's gonna look awesome. Bro, I gotta land it. The upward slope got me. I can tell. See, that's why it's weird. It's weird doing flat stuff up here. I totally just messed it up. But with the scuff, you can kind of do it more, cause like, you know, I could scuff uphill, but like I could feel it. It's weird. Turn. Here's at 180. Fakie generator. Ah. I forgot what I used to do out here. I could do it, it's just hard. I just gotta scuff uphill. It's weird because my balance point's all off. That's why I don't like riding out here sometimes. It just messes up all my flat tricks. I've never done that one before. Switch foot jam whip, tail tap, fakie, regular foot jam whip. That was like on accident. Ooh, that's a pretty good line right there. We could upgrade it. Switch whip, switch foot jam whip, tail tap, fakie. Actually, you do tail tap, chainsaw, fakie. Fakie, regular foot jam whip, 180, fakie, gyrator. That'd be the line. Kind of like cheating. I'm kind of like going into it and then jumping into the tail tap. It's not like I really landed. I kind of like stall it for a little bit and then go to the tail tap. It's like you almost land something. You can't do it anymore. It was like that one and done moment. Lost it. Almost landed it one time. That's weird. I almost did it one time and now I can't do it anymore. Oh well, let's move on. This is strange. It was like an accident. It actually worked out. I don't know how I did it. that would be the line right there. Elbow glide, whiplash, elbow glide, reverse to switch whip, fakie, regular whip, foot jam. That would be the line. Huh. I forgot what else I used to do out here. Oh, it's weird. How do they even do that? Come on. I just gotta land it. I think that's it. I just gotta land it on the pedals. What other stuff did I used to do on here? I know I had a lot of lines on this thing. Just kind of forgotten them all. You could go back into a fakie. I did go into the generator. Maybe. Oh, I forgot that I used to do the Vader no-handers. I haven't done one of those in a long time. Vader in a long time. It's got like pressured in there. That's a fun trick. One's a weird one. It's a weird trick. Almost did it. You just gotta super scuff the uphill. Let's see, what can we do from that Vader? Vader no-hander. Oh, I wonder if you could do tail tap. What about bar tail tap Vader no-hander? That's a strange trick. What does it even look like? I should change the camera angle. Oh, we should maybe move the camera just a little bit that way, so we catch the no-hander a little bit more. Just a little bit more up, like this. There we go. I think that'll catch the no-hander more. Thumbnail. I'm not going to do one, I'm just going to do his no-hander. Sean or Kenny's do gnarly ones. He's really good at this trick. He'll be like, boom. Let's try and do a Sean or Kenny one. He has them on lock. He'll do them first try. Is that it? I don't know. I like did it to it. Let's just save it. I don't know if that was a good one. I want to do a Sean McCain one. Extend the arms. Let's actually pull the camera down a little bit. It might go out of the frame. you can just lock into that thing if you really get that right foot jam. Oh, it doesn't really show up on the camera. Or wait up. I think I gotta like, I think I might have to push it a little bit more of this angle. It's not really picking it up with the no-hander. If you just lock, there's a point where you can lock into it. It's crazy. I want to go for the foot jam tail up. That would have been so good. Oh my goodness. Oh well, that's a cool line. Might as well just try that line, the foot jam tail up. Oh, I thought I was gonna land it. Foot jam tail up 180, fakie gyrator, half bar, no hander. That would be gnarly. Dude, that would be the line right there. Vader, no hander, tail tap, fakie, foot jam 180, fakie gyrator, half bar, no hander, half bar. You just have to fight this uphill. That would be doable if you try it enough times. It's not impossible. Dude, that would be such a gnarly line. Oh, dude, that trick's fun. That trick is crazy, bro. I need to start doing that on flat, actually, man. I wonder if you could just do that trick on flat. Just Vader, no hander. I've seen anybody do that one. Vader foot jam. It's weird that I don't do them on flat. I don't know if you can do them on flat. I think you need them on the bank. I don't know, I've never seen anybody really do them on flat. That's weird. Huh. Oh my. Can't let you tire like that. Oh, come on. You just gotta get that right angle and it'll lock in. It's weird. It's all about the angle. The angle. The angle. The angle and the pressure. Now I keep turning a little bit. Putting too much momentum. Oh, come on. Bro, I almost landed the line. What's wrong? This is what ends up happening. I almost land the lines and then I just end up spending like hours just to land it again. It's like I almost land it and then like I don't land it anymore. It's like the carrot on the stick. It's like I'm chasing the carrot because I almost landed it.
Oh my God.
I think I'm going too fast because I'm like my back end's like pushing that momentum. It's like messing me up. I gotta slow it down a little bit.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Okay, what am I doing? Okay, Vader no hander. Let's just do Vader no hander. I don't even know what it is. Tail tap fakie. Tail tap fakie. Oh, what about? Now let's just do the Vader no hander, tail tap fakie, half cab, foot jam whip, and then I'm not gonna do the one. Or actually, I'll just do a normal 180. I'm not gonna do the gyrator. Then I'll mess it up. We'll just do 180, and then we'll go into another line, hopefully.
Oh my God.
Come on. Why can't I do it?
Oh, you're kidding me.
I know it's doable. I almost landed it twice. It is doable. Alright, I keep going a little too fast. Come on. Brutal. Can't land anymore. Ah, fudge. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think it's either I'm carving too much at it, and the carve is like pushing my back end, because once my back end swings out, I can't hold it. Or I'm going too fast. Or maybe it's a mixture of both of it. I kind of have to like creep at it.
Oh.
Brutal.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Oh, I carved it too much. Oh man. This is what makes it fun though. I guess it's just hard. I guess if it was easy it wouldn't be as fun. Alright, dude. On the 180. Fakey, don't carve it. Let's actually try and do a booblicon on that thing after. See, this is the problem. I always want to just put in new lines. And I can't even do the first line. I'm like, oh, I should add that thing over there, and then add that over there, and then this. And I can't even do the first part. did one more. I did one too much one crank, and it pushed me at the wrong angle. I was really close there. So that's the other thing I have to. When I do the fakie, I have to carve it at that right. I have to carve the fakie, so I end up going at the right angle so I can foot jam whip. I didn't really think about that. I have to do the carve after. Carve. Should be doing it. Okay. This is actually a good one. This has actually been taking me a little challenging. I haven't had a driveway line like this in a while. This one's actually been kind of a battle. It kind of started out just messing around, and then now it's actually kind of hard. So close. Now that part's hard. Well, we got the first part, I think. Now we need to figure out the second part. Just gotta get that right angle. All you have to do is just carve it at that right angle, and then you end up being at that like foot jam tail whip position. You just do a foot jam tail whip. Correction hop. Oh, sketchy. The one I did, the one I land was the sketchy one. Oh goodness. Did a lot of that, huh? I did land, it was sketchy though. Oh my god. Man, I've been freaking battling this one out for like an hour or something. I'm gonna take that sketchy one though. I did a correction hop. I did 2 correction hops. If it was a really, really hard line, I would take it, but this one's like not. I know it's hard. It's like not that hard, but like it's doable. The hard lines are the ones that take like months and months and months to land. Like the locomotive. Ran out of juice. I landed it. We finally landed a line that took forever. How long did that take me? Bro, that took like an hour to land. That was ridiculous. That took an hour to land a 5-second clip. Well, at least we landed. I'm happy. Hopefully it was sketchy. I mean, not sketchy, but I don't think I did a correction hop. I think we did it pretty good, I think. Hopefully. Okay. Well, there's that little battle. I guess it wasn't a battle, it's just a puzzle we had to solve. Let's see what we do. Here it is. Just want to do a long backwards hang 5. Let's just do a long backwards hang 5 into another line or something. Hooba gobble, hooba gobble. Baba boy. Mama boy. Mama boy. What up, man?
What up, what up?
Yeah, one line. I need to charge my phone up. Okay, let's see here. Actually, maybe I should just get another charger. Was I gonna land? Yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, we could do the elbow glide. Try the elbow glide. Don't give up. think it's because it's a slant. I'm doing it on a downward slant. This week has been a doozy for me. Yeah, I think I messed my hub up. Sounds a little weird. Sounds a little weird. Put this down. Over here. There we go. Little break time.
Probably. You been seeing the bunnies in your yard today?
There's a couple of them. There's more squirrels around here.
You get squirrels?
Yeah, we got squirrels. We actually have two varieties. We have a chipmunk and we have a ground squirrel.
Yeah, man. We've been working outside. But yeah, man.
Hey, Daggy.
Yeah, man. I'll hit you up tomorrow.
Okay.
You guys do their usual thing. We'll see ya.
They normally show up on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Survivor night.
Yeah.
Oh, Survivor Night, okay.
Yeah, that's been the new thing to watch on Wednesdays.
The new tradition.
Yeah.
boogie, baba boogie, baba boogie, baba boogie. Alrighty, let's do this. Oops. Tell me, Mr.
Dang, that's gnarly. Oh, I forgot that's how they. Oh, that's how they do that trick. Oh man, that's crazy. Dude, Vicky Gomez shreds, bro. What the heck? Dude, Vicky Gomez is gnarly. How do you guys do that stuff, man? Holy moly. Dude, our Willie does some crazy lines. He does some crazy nose manual lines. Oh, he was doing the pedal flies, I forgot. Let's see, what time is it? I probably should end the stream now. Oh, the Olympian is streaming. What the heck? Why can't I watch it? That's weird. Is it only subscribers only?
you say something, bro? Here, let's see here. Oh, my bad, bro. I haven't seen you. That was a hardcore session. Oh, no worries, dude. Yeah, I'm just chilling out now. The flatland lines are what's gnarly, man. Like the foot jam one I did was hard. Like, see, that's the other thing, right? Is like I feel like flatland is giving me like endurance for other lines, right? Because that foot jam line was like kind of hard, but it wasn't that hard, right? Like it wasn't like a flatland. Like a flatland line is just on a different level of just patience. So that was a cool line. It was fun. Let's see, what's one? Can I watch on here? I'm probably going to head out. Kind of started a little late today. Yeah, bring it up. Anyway, I'm out here. Let's do a Bible verse. Let's see here. At least I landed one thing today. I landed one line all day today, I think. Oh, here's this line. Here's this one. You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy, and at your right hand are pleasures forevermore. That is Psalms 16, verse 11. We actually might do a Bible study on that one tomorrow. Yeah, I started late today. Anyway, I gotta head out. We're heading out of here. Peace out, bro. You keep shredding, bro. You need to be posting them clothes, bro. Anyway, man, have a good one, bro. Keep shredding, man. Keep shredding the gnar. Let's keep shredding the waves. Adios, bro. Thanks for tuning in.